Yeah, look at that, they've updated it, eh?
Beautiful.
This shit off. So we'll just watch it full once and then we'll go back and pick it apart afterwards. Whee!
For a second. They're not knock-kneed.
Much better.
And now just get rid of that bend.
Very good. Right. Fuck, there's a lot going on the jump, hey? Feels like it. Alright. So we'll start with the exit. So you just hopped off a bit early, obviously. So this is a good stuck up your door, man. The fact that you've gotten out of the way of everyone and see how you're taking up as minimal room as possible. This is excellent. You don't really see many people doing that after like fucking 3 or 4 back flies, you know.
Sweet.
So your knowledge from your belly is probably obviously definitely translate over because your belly, you're fucking all over it. And so the only thing you got to obviously watch out for is the wing. But if you're there, you're blocking arms, your arms are straight, you're kind of leveraging off the door with the other hand, as I can see. So you're essentially setting yourself up for a good exit. Exit's not too bad there, even though you got off very early. And then all you're doing now, as time goes on, you're essentially just making this so the wind's not coming and hitting the back of your body, but over time your body starts becoming straighter and straighter. So then you're exiting, so the wind's coming and hitting the shoulders and over across here, rather than hitting the back. Because if you're hitting the back, it's like you're flying in, forget about that, it's like you're flying kind of like that, rather than flying in a position kind of like this with the eyes here compared to like the eyes like that, you know what I mean? So this would be like essentially you're flying at the moment a delta position on the belly compared to something like fucking this on the belly. You know what I mean? So it's not to say what you're doing is bad, it's just understanding that this is the stage 1 of the back, and then which is this one, and then stage 2 is coming up into being straighter like that.
Right.
Know what I mean?
Sweet.
And you'll see that position that I talk about with these guys flying on their back. Cool, so it's a good spot to be in here, even by letting go early, because now you're approaching and you're just coming straight back. So let's see. So yeah, you could have left a bit earlier, as you said before. And then you're going to fall in the burble. If you fall in the burble, that's fine, but one of the things you want to really think about doing is not trying to arch, because if you're trying to arch out of the burble, if his body's positioned straight at the moment, and your body position goes like this, as soon as you fall out of that dead air, then you're going to go this way more. So you want to try and maintain as much as you can the same position as what Justin is. Be in the burble, it's all good. You know you're going to fall out in a sec, and then just fall out, and then start flying again.
It's not like barely you fly the bubble. It's like
you're kind of flying, but you're
feeling
almost
it by stay there.
Yeah, and then sink out and then go.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's kind of hard. You might not know whether, because you can't see them, you might not know whether the person burbling you is here,
or
the person burbling you is here. So the first thing I generally do, I feel a burble, I'll look and go, where the fuck is this prick? And then as I do that, if I see them down here, I'm like, oh, I can speed up. Whereas if I see them here, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to move to the side. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's kind of okay. Check.
Yeah, just check, and then you go, okay, cool.
I look this. I got smashed, man.
I saw that happen. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Okay, bubble here. Somebody drop on top of me.
Yeah.
Man, that was funny. I was actually laughing the whole way. Like, yeah.
So that's probably just because you pushed off a bit hard there, Briscoe, I reckon.
Okay.
I'm not doing it. I don't know what's going on there. Cool. Yeah, just a bit too hard, and then and then you're flying again, and it's all good. So there was no panic. It was good. That's all I can see. So Justin's coming back pretty good. You start going to break with the arms. It's all right. Cool, so good control there. Good, I think he came through at one point, but I think that was during the turn, I think.
Was at the end there.
Yeah. So you can see there, Justin, so it's just straightening, not Justin, Brennan, so you're just straightening the legs and together. Because at the moment, essentially, you're in the back flies area. That's where all the back fly path is there, so you want to kind of be up where, I'd say,
100%.
Fabian is. So good, this one's sitting out there. I'll have a look back in a sec for you, Mike, and see if I can see on it. Did you end up going on your belly or you stayed on your back?
Oh, only at the end.
Yep.
Stayed on the back, but there's nowhere near.
He's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, very good, man.
There we go.
So yeah, that would have been as I started turning. So you can see here,
I don't know what I think.
I'm facing this direction. Oh no, I quit it. So I was facing. Okay, so you can see here I'm facing this way compared to the DZ.
Yep.
So when you see this, you on the inside of the turn, because you're on the inside compared to the outside. This is where Brennan, because you can see how he's behind most of the jump. It's because the whole jump I'm turning away from him.
Sure.
So he's having to make it harder to come back. So he's constantly having to be straight. Whereas you and Fabian, for example, you guys on the inside of the turn are going to need a break.
Sure.
So that's why when I start turning towards you, see how now I start turning towards you, and then you're kind of just carrying over.
Yeah, gotcha.
So it's kind of like slowing down and turning rather than accelerating. If you accelerate, you start overshooting.
Okay.
And that's essentially what's happened there. So now that means where it's time to start working on your turns.
Sure. Yep. Cool.
So good work, Fabian. This is nice and in front. You can see the head levels of the horizon. Okay, this is good. So I'll keep watching over this one. I'll go back to the other guys on the left. Good. So we're fucking around the whole time. So Brennan's, it's just that come forward. The more forward you are, the less problem these backfires are going to be if they steal your slot, because they're going to be out of your way. Okay. So your exit, Fabian. Yeah, so you jumped out sideways. So you want to orientate your body more in this direction, because at the moment you'll be catching all that wind there. So even if you're jumping off facing this way, but you're dropping the shoulder to turn, rather than launching straight out in this direction, because that there will blow you this way a fair bit as well. Okay. Let's see if you just pull it off anyway. Yeah, so see how it's now put you behind, and that's because it's caused that drag, where my motion, I'm still going forward that little bit towards the camera, whereas your one, because you present that side, it pulls you back behind me straight away. You orientate pretty quick afterwards, but it's just that little slight part in the beginning. So I'm just watching Brendan now. So you're slightly like that, Brendan, but you're not too. It doesn't matter too much for you because you're out after him. So you're more thinking about trying to dive down, similar to the jumps we were doing yesterday. So you can kind of exit more of a head down position. And then here at this time, so watch the motion, ready, right. And now straighten.
Yeah.
So you've got them kind of straight here, and watch when they bend. And see how they bend now?
Yeah.
That's when you straight and clap them together. So it's going to be like off, and you're dropping, and then as soon as you straighten together, it's going to boost you out of the front and really accelerate you. You can see how now it's starting to, your legs are straight, but they're wide, and that width is what's holding you back. Yeah, so you can see the shoulders, and then a foot and a foot. So they want to be equal with the shoulders. Good, coming in, coming in. Yeah, it's just, that's for the inner chatter. Good, Fabian. Good, Mariska. Cool, so really come forward and get that foot on my shoulders. Yeah, good, very good. a nice grip there, Mariska. It's just not creeping forward that little bit
Mm.
that you're doing. So it's just bend your legs a little. Widen the arms. Try that one. Keep your legs straight.
Yeah.
You can widen the arms. We'll leave the legs as they are.
Yeah.
They're looking good.
Okay, just play.
All right.
We'll see what happens.
So for yourself, Fabian, it's going to be working on really fine-tuning that movement and getting that foot dock. Mariska is just slightly not coming forward, just slightly staying down.
Yeah.
Keep doing exactly as you're doing. Brendan's just fucking get some grunt in, and I wanted you to come and take Claudio out. Justin's just remembering that turn.
Yeah.
Okay. And then let's go back and we'll watch.
So I'm too far up, am I?
Just like
like-
half a foot, you know? I'm just being real picky.
Yeah,
What
that's
load are we on?
Not this one, the one after. So I'll just watch Mike real quick. I'm pretty sure because I saw the other boys gearing up. So they were FVB. Okay. Yep, so it's that arch. So you just arched a bit and you've stayed too flat. So let's see where that is off the door.
So I don't need to jump out as far. Is that what you're saying? Yeah?
Yep. Me and you leave as a two-way pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, so I reckon, how much wind are you feeling on your legs?
I was more concentrating on the arms, to be honest.
Yep. Do you feel an arch in the hips?
Yeah, maybe like this.
Cool. So try and get rid of that and just get used to dropping the bum.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
even more flying, just being.
Yep.
like
But
this.
see here, what you've done is you've dropped the shoulders. So try and poke your bum out more, like you're doing, like you're squatting down to a deadlift. Yes.
That's flying like
Yeah,
that.
and that's going to sink you down.
Righto.
Yeah, and stop making you go up. So you probably won't get closer on this one. You'll probably do the same distance, but by dropping the hips, you might start coming up, and by dropping the hips and doing this, you're going to start coming down. So just getting used to this range.
Righto.
Cool.
Sweet.
Sweet.